are getting back to pre-COVID levels and 6 shows are currently under production. We expect changes in the lineup in Q2 FY21 as COVID-19 continues to affect production schedules. We are confident that the revenue and production will be closer to normal in Q2 FY21 given our current assessment of the lockdown and no imposition of more stringent lockdown measures. Coming to our movie business, theatrical releases remain uncertain given that there is no clear indication from authorities for opening of single-screen theatres and multiplexes. Our movie business had a relatively good quarter versus Q1 FY20 as we completed the sale of digital rights of Dolly Kitty or Wo Chamakte Sitare to Netflix. One of our other movies, Puglet, will also premiere on Netflix shortly, and we are exploring more such direct-to-digital sales opportunities for our upcoming movie portfolio. Work is on for select future projects and on confirmed projects like Ekvillain 2, which is the second version of the Villain series starring John Abraham, and K. Tina starring Disha Patni. Our movie business will continue to focus on pre-sales and co-production of its future slate, and our capital commitment to the movie business still remains limited. We are very excited about the way Alt Balaji, our digital OTT platform, is shaping up. Our daily subscription revenue has grown 90% year on year to 12.9 crore versus 6.7 crore in Q1 FY20. We have been successful in positioning Alt Balaji as an OTT providing Hindi mass content for India and the Hindi-speaking diaspora. As India is a price-sensitive market, we think consumers from the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities will need a very affordable price proposition, and therefore our focus is on converting these first-time samplers into avid subscribers of premium content on the platform. Alt Balaji, with its less than a rupee a day pricing, has been successful in meeting this challenge, and it is one of the lowest priced video streaming players in the market. This has allowed us to quickly penetrate and grow our reach. On the creative front, Alt Balaji creates shows which appeal across segments. However, with narratives that are unique or untold and are a mix of thriller, drama, romance, horror, comedy, among others. Each show presented on the platform or in the pipeline has been created keeping in mind the audience's interest across demographic and sociographic segments. With deep consumer insights and data-driven approach, Alt Balaji is ruling massification, which is being followed by other international players. Viewers spend an average of 60 minutes and 90 minutes per week in metros and non-metro markets respectively, the highest in its category in 2019. This trend continues in Q1 FY21. There has been some reduction in viewership in recent weeks as limited fresh content is available given almost a complete shutdown of production activity, and we hope to restore the pace of new content addition in the coming months. To further broaden our offering basket, Alt Balaji is set to invest in Tring, which is a leading fan connect platform offering premium experience at affordable rates. India has always been a star-struck country. Capitalizing on this, Tring offers a range of services like video shout-out, DM on Instagram, etc. Tring offers significant synergies with Alt Balaji digital initiatives both across talent management and consumer connect. Our board has approved an investment of rupees 15 crore for a 17.5% stake in the form of equity or equity-linked securities such as compulsory convertible preference shares. To sum up the quarter performance, TV and OTT business is affected due to complete shutdown of production activity in the quarter. We are confident that these segments would bounce back in the current quarter as the content production is back to pre-COVID levels. Movies performance was boosted due to sales deals with digital platforms. We are further exploring similar opportunities while remaining conservative on investments. I will now hand over to Sanjay Trivedi, our Group CFO, to give you a quick update on the financials.
Thank you. I hope you all have seen the results presentation available on the website. Financially, we had a quarter that was significantly impacted by the pandemic as our operations remained more or less closed for the duration of the quarter. The key figures which I would like to highlight are as follows. On consolidated basis, revenues were down to rupees 35.1 crore versus 90.5 crores in Q1 FY20. The major drag on revenue came from TV business which saw no production hours, movies had a higher revenue given we had a deal for digital release of one movie. Alt Balaji continues to grow at a much faster pace with average daily subscriber addition in Q1 FY20 at 10,900 and revenues at rupees 15 crores versus 12 crores in Q1 FY20. On EBITDA front, we were able to cushion the impact of drastic revenue fall by devising the tighter cost control measures and reduction in staff and other overheads from rupees 31.7 crores in Q1 FY20 to rupees 18.7 crores. We have proactively taken measures well before the quarter and hope to be able to bounce back to profitability as soon as our revenues picks up. Coming on to our balance sheet, we are a zero debt company with bank FDs and mutual fund investments at rupees 174 crores, another short-term working capital in movies of rupees 67 crores, total cash balance at rupees 241 crores, which gives us significant cushion in these volatile times. We have been maintaining a very strong focus on balance sheet strength through the pandemic, and this flexibility allows us to come back to operations much faster once the regulations around content productions are further opened up. As you might recall, we have the infrastructure and capabilities to produce over 250 hours a quarter and expect to slowly reach that level. Overall, despite drastic fall in revenues due to the impact of pandemic, we have been able to contain our losses and stay focused on business growth. Going forward, with normalizing of the overall business environment and industry adapting to the post-COVID new normal, we are poised to grow dramatically and break even on Alt Balaji in this financial year. I thank you all for joining us today and now would request the moderator to open the Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The first question is from the line of Siddhant Mehta from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. I just wanted to know about the sale of movies. So it's around 17.5 crores in the quarter. So it includes both the movies or just includes Dolly 50?
It only includes Dolly
one movie.
But in your press release, you have written that in the press release it is written that you have completed the sale of digital
Netflix, out of which one movie deal has been recognized in this quarter.
Okay. And secondly, what's the subscriber number for Alt Balaji currently?
Well, if you take a total cumulative number, it's pretty high, but this quarter we have added, in the quarter that we are talking about right now, it's closer to 1.5 million.
And total? Any ballpark number?
Oh, total it's a little confusing because we were on telcos at one point in time, so that was in the 20s of millions. But
what's the direct subscription?
If you not come on the call for the first time, you'll realize that the number is pretty large. But you can get active subscribers, we've got about 1.5 million.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Raj Desai from Prospero Tree. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for taking my question, sir. So my first question is that in Q1 FY21, Alt has reported total revenue of 14.9 crores, out of which the direct subscription revenue was 12.9 crores. So the balancing 2 crore figure is from ZEE5, am I right?
Yes. Zee plus Jio.
Okay.
We have a small deal with Jio.
Zee, yes. Largely Zee.
Okay. So why is the revenue from ZEE5 so low even though they have launched 44 episodes of 4 different shows in Q1?
Who has launched?
So we.
All did got launched in this quarter, na?
Okay. there were two movies which were sold to Netflix. Is it at a fixed price or revenue sharing?
It's at a fixed price, and there was only one of those has been recognized as revenue in this quarter, which is Jolly Kitty or Wo Chamak Se Sitaare.
Okay. And during the sale of this Netflix series and sold this movie, have we sold all the rights, theatrical rights, satellite rights, music rights, or only digital rights?
This is basically all the digital rights for a limited time period.
Okay.
We don't have the rights to release this theatrically in that limited time period.
Okay. And last question, sir. What was the direct subscription revenue of Alt for FY20?
12.9 crores, right?
For FY20?
FY20, it was close to 40 crores.
Close to
38
40
or
crores?
39 crores. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Shweta Sharma from AB Capital Advisors. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I had a couple of questions. The first one being in line with Tring. So, the presentation mentioned that you have this new investment. And I just wanted to understand, what are the synergy that we are looking for into this, and also going in future, are we looking to do some more investments like this, or this is just one time?
The synergies for this are the fact that both of us are in the area of getting on-screen talent, and more importantly, both Tring as well as Balaji want to target Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of India. So I think that is the synergy. It's kind of a talent representation business. And we work with talent, and so does Tring. We feel they are a set of very energetic young entrepreneurs, and it's an early stage investment. As to whether we will make such investments in future, we are not able to, of course, comment at this stage. As and when they happen, we will definitely declare them out.
Okay, and in the line of the shows, the TV shows, so it was reported that Kasauti would be going offline. And are there any new shows in the pipeline, and will there be any show that would be replacing from Balaji to Kasauti, or how is that going to be?
There will be, but that is not pertaining to the quarter that got over.
Okay, so sometime maybe going in future.
Yes, so I mean, we are talking of the quarter April, May, June right now, right?
Right.
So,
And also,
shows, of course, there will be some old shows that go in. I don't know what your question is, but
I also would like to know about the pipeline of the shows. Are we looking at any new shows?
Of course, we are looking. We are always looking at many new shows, but we will announce them at an appropriate time. You must understand that the new shows that come on from Balaji stable are basically a venture between the channels. You're talking of TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, TV shows are a venture between the channel and us, and therefore these will be announced at the time when we begin to market them.
Okay. And given that you've recently started the production and all, are there any specific measures that are being taken on sets for this?
Yes, of course. There is a whole set of rules and regulations to be able to shoot under COVID-19 conditions, and we are adhering to them.
Okay. Thank you. I'll get back in the queue for the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dipan Mehta from Elixir Equities. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. My question was relating to the drop in all Balaji's non-direct revenues running from 5.6 crores to 2 crores. That is entirely because of Zee and Reliance Jio?
I see, if we don't produce shows that were budgeted in the quarter, we don't get the money for them from Zee. That's the basic principle.
Okay.
Because of COVID, we are at around 20 to 25% of the estimated production of shows in April, May, June, and therefore that number has dropped. But if you look at our direct subscription, that has doubled from Q1 of the same financial year earlier.
So now, as and when new shows come on stream at both the platforms, and you should be reverting back to the revenues of about 6-7 odd crores every quarter, which we're getting from the partnerships.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And second question is first of all, really appreciate this slide number 11 where complete breakup is there. Now in that BTL movies plus TV production, so depreciation of 7 crores, that is the standard depreciation. There's nothing one time in it, right? Because it appears to be on
No, that is, it is standard depreciation, but also you should understand under the new Indian GAAP, lease rental for the shows which we produce goes under depreciation. So it carries a bit of lease rental for the set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Dhaval Joshi from Sundaram Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi sir. Good evening. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, just wanted to check with you now your balance, 4 movies which is under pipeline, and you have mentioned that it will going to, now, come on digital basically. So, is there any difference or impact, I would say, to on your margins per day between theatrical selling or on digital basically?
I don't know what your question is because all the past 6 movies that we have sold have come on digital. Can you just sharp focus your question?
So basically, whichever movie comes in through theaters, basically over there collections and everything would be better, and our margins that way or earnings would be better. But now we are selling into the on OTT platform. So is there any impact or a difference in the earnings? Do you expect on that?
See, the movie that we have sold already, let me talk about it.
Okay.
We are already positive by a decent amount. So we expect that in this financial year, when we end this financial year with the 2 or 3 movies that we will sell digitally, we will have a robust 10 to 15% margin of profitability assured to us. So that's the beauty of selling digitally, if that is your question.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was it's a okay, fine. It's a fixed margin, cost plus margin sort of deal we are doing it in digital. Okay.
No, for the movies that we have sold currently. For the future movies, they're yet to get produced. Like Villain, which I have mentioned, has to yet start production, and K-Tina has to complete production. So we let that get produced. We don't know how the conditions in the country will change till then.
Okay. And what was the cost of these 2-3 movies which will going to, which you already sold?
Cost? What do you mean by cost?
I mean total cost of production, making a movie, and plus margin.
I don't think we are in a position to fully reveal that right now. Because I think it's a complicated and long process.
Okay, fine. And one more question, sir. Can you give me the breakup TV and movie for the quarter revenue breakup?
There in the slide.
Yes, it's all there.
No, it is TV plus movie. So it is TV plus movie is there.
If you see the summary slide, what exactly you want in TV?
How much is the revenue in TV? The TV revenue is some 4 crores or something.
TV revenue is just 3 crores.
3 crores or something.
Which got produced to be sold for the Q2. The rest is all movie.
Okay.
TV hardly contributed to anything to this financials.
Okay. So your slide number 11, which is a 20 crore, which shows here TV plus movie. So breakup, you are saying that 3 crore is movie, 3 crore is TV, and balance is movie. Is it correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Soma Shetty, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. My question is about the All the Balaji shows that we converted to the TV shows. When there was no production, we converted some 37 hours of the All the Balaji shows to TV shows and give them as a TV serials. Where is that revenue accounted? Because 37 hours is not less. It would have been somewhere more than 20 crore or so. So I don't see that in the TV business revenue.
20 crores.
Yeah, how much is that and where is it? Has it come that revenue or where is it accounted?
I think you have missed the last quarter revenue call. The way accounting happens is once we have delivered the tapes to the platform, and if my commitment to them on the deliveries is over, I recognize revenue, irrespective of when they are going to telecast. So this got accrued in quarter 4 itself. Portion of it in TV and portion of it in alt.
But this question was asked in
last quarter number. We had accounted for these 3 series which got sold for TV as well as for web series.
Okay, if I remember correctly, this question was asked in previous call also, and then the answer we heard was it will be recognized in Q1.
No.
Is not the case?
No.
Okay, means that is already accounted for.
Yeah.
Okay, then in the TV business, we still see 4 crore of revenue. What is that about then when there was no production?
So that's what I mentioned to the gentleman earlier. The way accounting happens is if you shoot, because our TV shoot happens for a commission model, correct? We produce for broadcast. The amount of footage which we have generated for the broadcast to telecast, that much revenue gets accrued irrespective when it is getting telecast by the broadcaster.
Okay.
So 4 crore of inventory got produced when this COVID period ended and last week of June.
Okay, thank you. Just to answer to the previous question, you mentioned that the digital release to Netflix is for limited period and it can be later released to theatrical also. So can we know what is the period? Is it 1 year, 6 months or 3 months?
3 months. You think people do 3-month deals? That's not on. It's more in terms of 7 years and 10 years.
Okay.
Nobody does a 3-month digital deal.
Forget about Netflix. Even when you are doing digital sales to broadcaster, it was in the range of 7 to 10 years.
So this is a norm already digitally where there are no 3-month and 6-month deals because that doesn't allow for any exploitation. It's a 7-year to 10 years. That's the kind of range.
Okay. Until then, there can't be any theatrical release done for that movie, if I'm right.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. These were my questions. Thanks for the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Puneet from TSB Bank. Please go ahead. Puneet, you can go ahead with your question. Your line is in talk mode.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. I wanted to know about the investment in Tring. Is it supposed to be a long-term investment for future cash flow, or is it more in terms of whenever the platform raises another round of funding and then you plan to exit and cash on the profit on that aspect?
But at this stage, it is a strategic investment. It is something that we want to put in to grow the business synergistically.
Okay. So it's not meant to be something where a company like InfoX does on Zomato where whenever a Series B, C, D round comes and they can slowly exit and then cash. It's not one of those investments.
What do you mean it's not one of those? If somebody offers me $100 million for my next stake, we will exit. Nobody's going to offer that kind of money. We have to grow the business. So I don't know what you're actually asking because, there is the second round is not already here. But if it's really some unreasonable sum of money coming everybody's way, then those equations change. One. Secondly, I think we are in the time of COVID, we are not able to certainly predict how the next round of funding and growth will come, and we are a minority partner there. We are only 17.5%. Our interest is to strategically capture the talent space. So I think all of these questions are theoretical given the fact that we want to grow the business.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Kirti Shah, individual investor. Please go ahead. Kirti Shah, your line is in talk mode. Please go ahead with your question. Kirti Shah, please unmute your line from your side if muted. As there is no response from the current participant, I have muted the line. We'll take the next question from the line of Dipan Mehta from Elixir Equities. Please go ahead.
Yes, so my question is relating to what are the long-term trends when it comes to production? I mean, because of this COVID-19, do you think that you will be making changes as far as use of technology or certain processes or steps, whereby you can get back to normal as soon as possible? Because we're all living in a lot of uncertainty and there are lockdowns and removal of lockdown state-wise, city-wise. So what is your strategy in terms of going back to peak production levels?
It's a very interesting question. And I think, the most important factor of all of this is that there is no new norm. There's a new normal. Going back to normal is a phrase which is just very theoretical. I think the new normal is that we have to shoot more efficiently. We have to write scenes very differently in terms of creativity, and we have to manage costs more efficiently from a production angle, simply because I think with the slight slump in the advertising economy that's going to come in the next 6 months, we won't see that much of realization. So to answer your question, I think we are catering production volumes to a new normal, and we will be reducing costs on our shows by writing shows very differently to ensure there is efficiency and safety on the set. So I don't expect the methods of the past to apply at least for the next 18 months till a vaccine is found and something drastic happens in that area. To answer your question, the way to retain the margins is to get cost efficiencies today and ensure that volumes are retained.
Okay, so I just missed the number about the number of active users on All Balaji. I don't see that in the
1.5 million nearly.
Okay. And how has that number changed? If you could give some...
doubled from the revenues have doubled from last quarter. It was 6.9 crores. Same quarter one of last financial year. Quarter one of this financial year, it's 12.9.
No, number of users, how has that changed?
It's doubled. The ARPU is just the same.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Mehta, is that answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Kirti Shah, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Hello. What is the valuation of our library?
Sorry?
What is our valuation of our library?
We don't do the valuation of our library as such. You're talking of the digital library, right?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't valued it so far.
Acha. Why the promoter is not increasing our shareholding? Now, promoter is holding is 34% and Reliance holding is 24%. Why such a low price promoter not increasing his shareholding? Reliance has taken...
We will carry that question forward to the promoters.
We will take this message to promoters, Kirti.
You can hello. You can pass on this question to promoter also.
Yes, sure. That's what we will.
Reliance is invested in 165. Why you are not investing it around 75? Promoter. And I think so. It is a good working. Last June quarter, its loss, consolidated loss is 42 crore, and this June quarter loss is around 28 crores. When you make the positive consolidated profit.
We did last year.
We declared positive consolidated last quarter.
Yeah.
No, full year.
Full year, sir. Mostly full year will be only in March 2022 because We have already lost 4 months of COVID this year, and that is a hit to our television bottom line. So full year consolidated, we will definitely show a profit March 2022.
And why you are not increasing the dividend, sir?
We will take this question at the
AGM. We will answer this.
You pass on this and this institution holding is very, very less. Institution, local institution and all. So kindly see to it, local institution holding is upper. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Pradeep, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, can you listen me?
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Hi, sir. Last quarter you mentioned that Alt Balaji will be profitable in one of the quarters. So are we still on track?
It will be in quarter 4, provided COVID doesn't have a resurgence.
Okay. And in this quarter, there were 3 shows actually, web series, which were released in Alt Balaji as well as in G5. So, is that the revenue of G5, 2 crores? Is that corresponding to these 3 shows only?
Yes. It's corresponding to that.
Okay. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Puneet from TSB Bank. Please go ahead.
Hi. I want to get an understanding of the churn rate of Alt Balaji over the last year financially and this year as well in this quarter. Hello?
66%.
66%. Do you think that is slightly on the higher side, or how does that compare with the industry average of churn?
Unfortunately, none of those guys are sharing their data with me right now or anywhere else. I would love to know what is the churn rate of the other people, but there is no such data available.
Okay.
Suffice to say that every year we have doubled our revenues, both direct as well as partnership revenues for the last 3 years. So I think, the numbers are showing that we are managing to keep at a good clip. We've gone from 15 crores to 44 crores to 77 crores in 3 years at similar churn rates. But as our library grows, the churn rates have gone down from around 80s to 66%.
Okay.
Mr. Puneet, does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Deepak Mehta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, sir. So my question is about the long-term strategy for Alt Balaji, because if you see the type of show, there is only one kind of genre. So what is the target audience and what kind of show we are going to do and launch in the Alt Balaji in future? Is there any changes?
There is not one kind of genre. There are 6 genres. There is male targeted genres, shows like Gandhi Baat. There are male thrillers like Apparan. There is female targeted romance like Kehne Ko Humsafar Hai. There is youth show which is class of 2020 Punch Beat. There are historical shows like Bose, for example, which are real life story. And then there are some shows which are urban appealing like Test Case and Mentalhood.
Yeah, most of the content is only means targeting to male dominant, if you see. So that was my question only.
That's not true. I mean, I don't know where you made that conclusion from. Like I told you, Mentalhood 2, which is about parenting starring Karishma Kapoor, targets is more female skewed. Kehne Ko Humsafar Hai is more female skewed. Barish, more female skewed. Test Case 2 is actually a universal. Test Case is actually a universal target, both male as well as female. We've got, of course, Apparan, which is male targeted. Gandhi Baat, which is male targeted. So we've got all kinds of content. What we have changed our strategy is that when we started off, we had a kids section. In the last year and a half, we have dropped that kids section completely.
Okay. And my last question is about in the All Balaji, there is an investment from Reliance. So in the long term, what can they benefit from, Jio, and if you see Colors TV, I think they have substantial stake, and so on this front, sir.
Well, I think they own that. What substantial stake are you talking of, please? My information is that they really own they own the channel. So what was your question? What are the synergies? Is that what you're saying?
So as we also have a production house, so is there any, future more content, or we are launching exclusive on Jio platform, or I'm talking about the future, not.
No. I think we are ably supported by the Reliance Group in all our strategic endeavors going ahead. I think we have the benefit of having two of the board members there who provide advice on how to grow and manage our business in a complex environment. And I think that will be the case throughout. As you can see that we have seen good growth on Alt Balaji. We are coming to a quarter that is breaking even. If it were not for COVID, we would have had that break-even quarter earlier. Our revenues have grown from 15 crores to 44 crores to 77 crores. And we are seeing a rapid uptake of our platform in tier 2 and tier 3 cities post-COVID also. So I think that's where we are with that.
So Reliance is fully invested and they are interested in the strategy.
I don't know what your question is. Yes,
so I got your
invested 24.9%. They have just attended a board meeting also yesterday, and they provide ample and able guidance to us to grow our business.
Okay. Thank you so much, and best wishes for the coming quarter, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Siddhant Mata from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just a follow-up question. What's the cost control guidance you give for the year? So basically, right now your staff and other overheads amounted to around 18.7 crores. What can we expect for the full year?
On the staff cost?
The staff and the other overheads. So basically, it was down 41% from 31 crores to around 18 crores, which you have mentioned in your presentation also. So I just wanted to know what's the cost or what is the guidance for the full year? Are these costs sustainable, or will these costs be back to pre-COVID levels?
We can give guidance for the full year, especially because we are in a year fraught with lots of uncertainty. But suffice to say that we will be keeping a tight eye on all costs to ensure that we, deliver results accordingly. It's a difficult year to give guidance now.
Okay. No issue.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take the last question from the line of Chintan Desai from Param Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir, and thanks for giving me opportunity. Sir, wanted to know what would be the direct subscription revenue for Q4 ex Z and Jio revenues, like 12.9 CR for Q1. What would be that for Q4?
Q4 of last financial year.
Yeah, Q4 FY20.
Q4 FY20. So 12.
It's around 12.
12.11.
Yeah, it's around 12 crores.
Okay, sir. And
but of course, that was when we launched twice the number of shows.
Right.
That we launched in this quarter.
And sir, currently, can you just give us a flavor on how are we looking at in terms of subscriber addition per day? I believe March exit we were looking at 10,000 additions per day. In previous call, I believe it was 1450. I mean, it accelerated to 14.
Back down to 10,000. The reason for that is largely because the production of shows is stopped. So we are not if you can see in this whole year, we have in this whole quarter, we have launched only 3 shows and we should have been launching 8 to 9. So we are able to maintain the same amount of subscriber addition by launching probably one third the number of shows.
Okay, got it. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we will keep updating you on the measures that we are taking to ensure that our television business returns to normal and digital business continues to grow. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of ICICI Securities Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.